So it turns out that I am a cozy gamer. I stopped playing Call of Duties a long time ago. I didn't know what games to play anymore. I stumbled across a game called Stardew Valley, and I was like, oh my god, it got me hooked. And then I started playing Terraria. It was like a different type of cozy game, but it was cozy enough. Then I found Lawnmower Simulator, and oh my god, that's been my jam. But Stardew Valley has always been the cozy game that I've been going back to. But I've always been looking in the horizon for the next cozy game because I'm done with Stardew Valley, to tell you the truth. And then I came across this county, and oh my god, it reminded me of the cozy goodness. I don't know what it is about these cozy games. They're so relaxing, they're so addicting. And that's the thing about this county. Now, it isn't a perfect cozy game, but I'm gonna tell you the things I like about it in this episode, and I'm gonna show you a few clips, and we're just gonna go over them and just the little things that I like about this game. Now, first of all, I like the art style. It looks similar to some of the cozy games out there that we know, like Stardew Valley. I'm always gonna refer to Stardew Valley because I think that has been the standard when it comes to cozy games. Now, I played Animal Crossing back in the day, GameCube. That was my first cozy game, and I was hooked. But it's kind of fallen off, especially the last one. It felt like I was wasting my time playing that game. And some of the cozy games can make you feel that way, but this county doesn't really make you feel that way. There's always something to do. For example, the main theme is you run a discount store or a supermarket eventually as you upgrade. And I've upgraded to a supermarket. I'm still under construction at a point. I'm not done with the game, but I put in, I'm gonna say maybe 40 hours in the last 3 days. I've been playing it all day. Nothing to do but be cozy because it makes me feel cozy. And sometimes you want to jump in and just play for a little bit, but then 1 hour turns into three. It just so happens. You take a break, go do some live, and come back. And especially with Xbox and Quick Resume, you're just able to jump back in. I wish I can play it on the go. It's also on the Switch. So maybe if you want to play on the Switch, you can get it to go. It's not out physically yet, I don't believe, or it will be soon. Maybe by the time you watch this video, who knows. But I don't feel like I'm wasting my time in that game. Now, it's a lot different. You don't have to farm. You actually have a discount store, and you build it up over time. And the thing that I don't like about this game, let me start there, is that you really have no say in certain things in the game as the story progresses. You just have to go with the flow. There are some parts where you kind of do have a say, but it's more story driven, and you kind of just have to deal with the consequences. So far, you don't really have there's no narrative branching things that I've seen so far. Still, the story is of progression is still fulfilling to me, and there's enough mystery around the world that you know that more is just gonna keep on happening. Now, I've met a stranger. I don't know who he is. He came across and kind of threatened me as I expanded my store. The town people, get angry because it's a small town. They want to keep it how it was before, but new times, new things. You have to come with a change, and I am that change. Now I'm trying not to be you have to build relationships in this town. You have to, make relationships with vendors, and so you can't really be rude. But then again, I don't think there's consequences at all. You can't just keep on going with the story. So, that's one part where this game that's the only drawback. It's just the story goes on no matter what. I mean, you can just not progress and not talk to the NPCs and just keep on going each day selling stuff if you want. I mean, that's fine, but then nothing happens in the game. So you have to talk to these NPCs. You have to have the progression of the story for it to go. Now, the thing is, you really don't have no say on where the story goes. That's all. But I mean, besides that, the game is fun. Running the store is fun. Now, first you start off with a small discount store, and you have a few items, and you have a calculator, and each item costs a certain amount of money, and you just have to calculate, like, for apples times $5 equals 15. Enter, use a calculator, and you have to keep on rounding up these numbers. And sometimes it can get hectic if you're not good with basic math. If you're not good with the calculator, you start seeing people lined up. Some of them get angry, and then at the end of the day, you get a report card of saying what the satisfaction was. If people are happy with you, you get a little bonus. If they're angry with you, you may not come next time. So you cannot run a store poorly. You have to be on top of it if you want the store to succeed, if you want to progress in the game. You also get unlockables with vendors and more produce as things go by, as days go by, and you do good. You start doing little daily achievements like selling 5 crates of apples or 5 apples, ordering 5 crates of apples and stuff like that. With those achievement points, you can unlock new items to sell in your store, and you grow and grow and grow. Now, I am in my 3rd stage of growth when it comes to my discount store. First is this discount store, then a boutique, and then a supermarket, and I don't know what's beyond that. But the more you grow, the people around the neighborhood get angry. Now you have to how do you say? Not establish. You do have to establish relationships with all these NPCs, but you're kind of forced to, because that's kind of how the story goes. But you do have to manage, relationships with people. But again, I don't think it really matters what kind of options you choose. The story's gonna go where the story's gonna go. But it is fun to see what everybody is talking about and thinking about. And right now I'm in a point where I'm trying to expand, and there's people protesting my store. Now I just got to keep on playing as the day goes by, and eventually the story will progress, and a solution will appear itself. And that's what happens all the time. There's always little problems around this whole town with little solutions that will appear themselves over time, or you unlock as you progress with the story of the NPCs. There's different tiers and stuff. So, it's a little cozy game where you manage a town and you're trying to expand without trying to step on people's feet. But in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because the story's going to go where the story's going to go. Now, there are little things where you can control. For example, there was a part where I was trying to get some produce from a vendor who was a farmer. And I had a choice to mark his flock of sheep for slaughter. And when I had that quest given to me, I also had a side objective where I can go ask the previous person that would mark them for slaughter and why they stopped. Now, I didn't have to go ask that person if I didn't want to. I could just slaughter the sheep and be done with it, and I'll have roast for my store. He was going to give me some roast. Now, instead, I went to go talk to that other NPC who refused to do the job, and she said she doesn't want to do the job because she doesn't think it's fair. Because there's one sheep that he doesn't want to put to slaughter. It's his favorite sheep, but the rest of them are fair game, and she just didn't see the difference between the sheep. And so she thought, hey, sell cheese instead of slaughtering these sheep. Not for meat, but for cheese. And so I went with that route instead, and now I sell cheese at my store. It's less profit, but, it was a solution that I came up with to keep everybody happy. Now, you could have chose the roast. You could have made more money for your store, which is the whole point. And I'm not sure what the story would have went from there, if it would have made a difference. I don't really think it would have, but then again, that NPC who wanted the cheese might have hold a grudge against you. And the thing is, it looks like people do kind of hold grudges. They each have their own personalities. So if you like, cozy games with NPCs with personality, unlike Animal Crossing, the last one on the Switch, then this game has another aspect that you might like. Now, the thing that I like about it is there's a lot of mystery going on, especially between competition between all these NPCs in the whole map. There's different corporations. One that sells fish sticks, also sells on my store. Another corporation that sells plastics, and they're going to war with each other, espionage style. There's just a lot of mystery in this town. So as the story progresses, the mysteries unlock. And so I'm all in for that type of gameplay when it comes to these cozy games. And there's also other towns too that they refer to, and a bus that goes to other towns. So there's way more to unlock in this game than just running a store. I mean, the store is just part of the story as it progresses, and I'm here for this game. And I think if you like cozy games and are looking for a different type of aspect, not farming, not really, well, there is a mine in this game that's locked so far. When I go to this mine, it tells me, well, good thing I have a discount store to run, or a supermarket to run. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go into that mine yet. I'm sure I will eventually, and who knows what's gonna become of the game when that happens. But I like this aspect. I like the artwork. I like the characters. Um, like I said, you want to play for an hour, but you get hooked. So it gets that going for it. The music is good. The story is great as well. If I were to give this game a score in the coziness of coziness games, so far, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. The only reason why I take away points is because, like I said, the story kind of seems that it's gonna go where it's gonna go no matter what. But the thing is, again, I gotta go maybe 9 out of 10, maybe 8.5 out of 10, because at least it has a story. Whereas Stardew Valley didn't really have a story, this one does have a story. One thing that I didn't talk about was the gameplay. You have to run the store. So you only have, like, in the beginning when you wake up each day, you wake up at 6. And so you have 3 hours before you have to run the store to do your errands and stuff. And there's enough time to do that. And then you have a little bit of time afterwards, about 3 hours as well. So most of the time you're running your store. So just bear in mind, at least half of the time of your gameplay, maybe 70%, 60% will be running the store. And as you also get progression, as you progress, it gets different tasks and stuff, so it's not repetitive. And you do upgrade your system from calculator to a scanner, so it gets a lot easier as time goes by. And you're able to multitask, so it makes it more fun. Sorry, I forgot that. So it's not just using a calculator for those people out there who are bad with math. But at first, before you upgrade to your second tier store, you do use a calculator. I'm not sure what happens in the third tier. If maybe the scanners get automated, maybe, then that might be crazy. But yeah, we'll see when that happens. I'm not there yet. So, it's not really fair to give it a score. But will I recommend this game to cozy people? Yes. When I give it a score, I'm talking about the level of fun within the cozy games compared to maybe Stardew Valley. I would say maybe an 8 out of 10. Because even though in this place, so far, I can't control the objects that I'm selling. I don't make them. I can't farm them. I can't mix them. So I can't make up my own things. I got to go get vendors that already have this stuff. So this game has room for improvement. If they're able to make craft items that I can sell myself, maybe when I go into that mine and I mine for items, or maybe slay monsters and make things out of that and sell it in my store, then that's kind of like Potion Master. What's that? Moonlighter? Moonlighter, I think, does that. If they're able to include that kind of thing into this, then maybe they'll push this game to like a 9 out of 10. Maybe closer to being awesome. Perfect 9.5, because the story still, not being able to control it is a drawback, at least for me. But the story is good enough that at least it has a story. So you know what I mean? Anyways, as a cozy gamer, fellow cozy gamer, I would recommend this game out there for someone who's looking for a retail aspect interpretation of the cozy game genre. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'll catch you guys on next one. Remember, always be kind to yourself and enjoy your life. And I'll meet you right there. Peace.